Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Keith here from cmonthehoopsceltic. If this is your first time coming across the channel, if you could subscribe, even a comment below or a thumbs up would be appreciated. So I'm back after the win last night. I'm not here to talk about the game on Sunday just yet. I'm here to talk about transfer news. The transfer window's still open. We're still desperately looking for defenders. We're still desperately looking for a striker or strikers at this rate. So there's a couple of players I want to talk about that's been linked to Celtic. Look, it's all speculation. It's all rumours. It's not full concrete evidence that these people are going to be coming to Celtic. At the end of the day, if the board are ambitious about getting either one of these players, happy days. It just means that we can move on, because there has been players that have been linked to the club for the last 2 to 3 weeks, like Aurelio Butte, and that's been stalled. So I'm not going to talk about Aurelio Butte when I'm talking about other players in his position. So first of all, I want to talk about the Diego Costa rumours. Now, Diego Costa, he's at the leaving Atletico Madrid. He's a free agent. He's a La Liga winner. He's a Champions League final player. He's at the playing for the He played in the Premier League for Chelsea. It was unbelievable for Chelsea. The only thing about Diego Costa is, can we realistically afford his wages? He's on 5.7 million a year. Do you think Dermot Desmond is going to go into the pocket and get this lad? The only way we can afford Diego Costa, I think this is crazy, I'm talking about a player like Diego Costa's stature, is we sell Edouard and cash in some of that money on Edouard and pay for his wages. That's the only way we can afford it. Like, it's not going to cost us a transfer fee because he's a free agent. Now, there's talks that he could go back to his native Brazil. He could be going to France. We're in the running to get him, and I don't know why we're linked to him, because of all clubs we're in basically a transfer rebuild, and I can't see Diego Costa staying at Celtic more than 2 years. So my honest opinion on Diego Costa, I love to see him come. I think he'd be a badass up front, especially for the derby days and the European games, with the wealth of experience he has, even internationally, playing for Spain in the Euros, and then obviously he had these 2 caps for Brazil. He's a very controversial player, but do we need someone like him? Because we already have controversial players at the club. Some people might say Lee Griffiths. So let us know what you think of Diego Costa. Another one that's been linked to the club, he's a free agent. He's had to play for Crystal Palace the last 2 years. He has over 12 years experience in the Premier League. Gary Cahill, 35 years of age, former England captain, former Chelsea captain, Champions League winner, 2 Premier League medals. Would I take him at Celtic? Hell fucking yeah, I'd take him at Celtic. He's over 6 foot. He can still bag a goal as well with that mallet head of his. Sure, right. I think Gary Cahill will be a fabulous addition to Celtic. Obviously, he knows Joe Hart quite well. I think him and Joe Hart at the back, communicating goalkeeper and the centre back, getting these set pieces sorted, 100%. I think it's a risk. I really think Gary Cahill. I know a lot of Celtic fans like, he's 25, but at the end of the day, we need to mix this team around. We need to have experience and youth. And we can't be always fussy who we sign at the end of the day, because the clock has gone against us. We're looking at players from all over the world. The quarantine thing is literally fucking us in the face. I take Gary Cahill at Celtic. I think it's a bold move. I think it could hit back on us and say, look, is this a Shane Duffy disaster? I really don't believe it's a Shane Duffy disaster. I think he'd be ideal for Celtic with that wealth of experience. He knows how big Celtic Football Club is. I'd definitely go for him, 100%. I can't see him being mad money as well on salary wise. If he's ambitious like Joe Hart and take a pay cut, whatever he was previously on at Palace, happy days. Another lad that's been linked to us is Fabrico Bustos. Now, this guy, he's an Argentinian international. He's played for Argentina 4 times. He's reportedly 4.5 million. We're looking at this guy. Now, some sources are saying 4 million, but what I've seen is 4.5 million. Right back, plays for Atletico Independiente of Argentina. He's 5'6", very, very pacey. Who he reminds you of is Izaguirre, that Latin American type of player. You know, pacey, skillful, could defend well. We're basically the front runners to get him. Sources in France are saying Lens were the front runners to get him, but they've withdrawn their interest, and Celtic are in the hunt now to get him. Okay, we've talked about Aurelio Butte. We've talked about numerous right backs that have been linked to us. Even Sheffield United's right back, and we didn't get him. So I think this is a good move. If we get this lad over the line, obviously he'll have to do his 10-day quarantine, which is a kick in the arse. But I hope we do get him, because at this stage, we're crying out for defenders. I still believe we should strengthen centre back, left back, and right back. There hasn't been many rumours about left back players because of Taylor featuring and Bolingoli not out the door yet. So let us know what you think. Would you think, should we go for Diego Costa? I think it's crazy talk. Even mention a player like Diego Costa, standards for Glasgow Celtic and the Scottish League. Gary Cahill, it's a massive thumbs up for me. I think it's a no-brainer going for Gary Cahill for experience-wise. He still has it. Obviously, still playing. He was playing top-flight football. He played 47 times for Palace in the last 2 years. So I'm happy to go for him. And then obviously Fabrico, Bustos from the Argentinian league. I hope we get these players in. Look at, we will get that strike, get Diego in, get Cahill, get Bustos and Ben Davis over the line from Liverpool on loan. I'll be happy with that for the rest of the season. I can deal with that, and maybe obviously get more ammunition in January. We'll have to see. But subscribe to the channel. Let us know what you think. Hell.